Hello everyone, good evening. So basically in this video we are going to talk about the difference between Council of Ministers and Cabinet Ministers. So now this topic is very confusing and this is the topic in which most of the students gets confused. They don't know the basic or literal difference between the Council of Ministers and Cabinet Ministers. So that is why in this particular video I am going to clarify the doubt of most of the students who have problem in this topic regarding this concept or regarding this matter. So now let's get into this topic very quickly. So the basic concept is that the Council of Minister is a group of 60 to 70 members or 60 to 70 ministers. Among 15 to 20 of them are regarded as a Cabinet Ministers. Now the question has arisen that what are the important or what are the basic qualities which makes some of those ministers or some of the ministers regarded as a or considered as a cabinet ministers apart from all those ministers which are also exist in Council of Ministers. So now let's talk about the individual characteristics, individual quality. So basically the cabinet ministers are the senior ministers who hold the important portfolios in the government, such as defense, education, home. These are the important portfolios. It means that these are the important section which needs to be highly maintained, which needs to be highly governed by our government. So that is why the ministers who hold the important portfolios, who hold or who govern the important sections of the society, they are regarded as, or who hold the important or who govern the important matters of the society, they are regarded as a cabinet ministers. While Council of Minister is a group of all kinds of ministers: deputy minister, minister of state, independent charge, minister of state, and also cabinet ministers. Now the cabinet minister, the post of cabinet ministers was conferred as a constitutional body after the 44th Amendment Act. After the 4th Amendment Act. While if I talk about Council of Ministers, then the post of Council Minister was regarded as a constitutional body since the starting. It means since the Constitution was formed, Constitution was adopted, Constitution was drafted, the Council of Ministers was a constitutional body. Now, see now if I again jump into the concept of cabinet ministers, then there is the third point is that the cabinet ministers are the group of highly experienced ministers. So that is why the prime minister seeks advice from those ministers on a very important and sensitive matter and decision, okay, and takes decision on behalf of all the ministers. While it is up to only prime minister whether he or she wants to seek advice from Council of Ministers or not. For example, deputy minister or state minister or state independent minister, it is up to prime minister whether he or she wants to seek advice from them or not. But the prime minister needs to take advice from the cabinet ministers on very sensitive and very important topic or a matter. Now, the cabinet minister is a collective body, or they are collective responsible for their decision. It means the actions of a group, the actions of whole group is held by all the individual members of the cabinet ministers. It means कि अगर कोई एक भी इंसान ग्रुप में अगर कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर ने कुछ गलत करता है या फिर गलत डिसीजन उठाता है तो उस चीज़ का रिस्पॉन्सिबल पूरा का पूरा ग्रुप होगा, ना कि सिर्फ और सिर्फ वो एक पर्टिकुलर मिनिस्टर. पूरा ग्रुप उस चीज़ के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होगा अगर वो गलत डिसीजन लेते हैं. बट अगर मैं काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स के बारे में बात करूँ, देन दे लीव दिस टॉपिक, देन दे लीव देयर कलेक्टिव रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू द लोअर हाउसेस ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट. Now the fifth point is that the meetings of the cabinet ministers are held frequently. कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स के बीच में मीटिंग्स वगैरह की जाती है प्राइम मिनिस्टर और कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स के बीच में. वाइल द मीटिंग्स ऑफ द काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स आर हेल्ड रियरली, उन लोगों के बीच में बहुत ही रियरली मीटिंग्स वगैरह होती है. सो वन मोर important concept is that in our parliamentary form of government, the cabinet is regarded as the real executive of our country. So that is it for this video. I hope you have understood all the topics, and this was all the concept, or this was only the difference between the cabinet ministers and Council of Ministers. Thank you very much.